Hey folks, Let's Smith here from Dadskills University, and got one of my little problem children with me right here. Check out that. It works pretty nicely. Look, it returns nice and strong. But here's the thing: I was weed eating, everything was great, wonderful day, excellent performance, and I put the weed eater down, I shut it off, and I go to do something different. Later on, I come back to start it, and this is all I get. I'm like, well, good grief, you would think that the motor was shot and there was no compression, because, you know, you should feel the whoop, 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 whoop. But, you know, we're not getting that. So my first thought was, oh no, I blew the motor. Well, that didn't really make sense, because if I blew the motor, then it wouldn't make sense that it was running so good up until the time I shut it off. But no fear, I got the fix right here, and if you're having that same problem, you know, I'm hoping this little tutorial I'm gonna give you will help. But yeah, so turns out there's nothing wrong with the starter recoil here. It's working fine, and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. You know, it's 3 screws. If it helps you, this is a Torx of some kind. I don't know which size it is. It's rubbed off. But anyways, there's nothing wrong with how this starter assembly is working. Just to verify, look, I mean, we have resistance. So I know that we have compression. But the problem is right here. This is a new one, fresh in the bag. I'm gonna go ahead just so you can see the information on it. It's I got it from Amazon. It comes with the it's supposed to be an OEM Husqvarna part. It's the starter pawl. That's what this is, a starter pawl, and it'll be easier to show you when I get it out of the bag. But if you look, these are kind of like the engagement fingers. I don't know what the technical name is. If you don't have those fingers, which you see are not there, you know, it's just free spin. But if you have the fingers, you can see here that it's not free spin. Okay, we'll quit playing around. I'm going to show you how to install this, because there's a couple of things you're going to have to fight. Alright, so I'm going to pull this spark plug out, and you'll pull the boot. Chances are, if you're doing this work on your own, you've seen this before. Here we are. So now we got the spark plug exposed. Spark plug is 3/4 or 19. And don't worry, there's not too much more disassembly that's got to be done for this. As you see, I haven't even taken any of the covers off. We're in pretty good shape there. We're going to have to actually lodge that piston shut, and I'm going to show you how I like to do that. So this is basically just 550 cord, paracord. I'm going to run it down inside this cylinder, and it's non-marring. It's not going to hurt anything. And the reason I'm doing this is because this is going to kind of be basically like a wedge. There we are, a stopper. See, now I can't rotate this any further because that paracord is between the top of the piston and the top of the cylinder. So it can't rotate any further. This should be a 10 millimeter. Now my original thought was that the nut was separate from the parking pawl, not the parking pawl, the starting pawl, starter pawl, whatever we call it. But apparently it is not, so good to know. I don't know how yours will be. If you got a Husqvarna 128 LD like I've got here, you're not going to have to worry about that. This is all one piece. And of course, it's a 10 millimeter. There we are. So see how easy that was with the piston lodged shut, I'm able to pull this old one off. So I don't know what happened to the little fingers. They just disintegrated. I don't know if maybe one was missing for a while and then the other one went bye-bye, or they both went at the same time. I don't know what happened. So real simple. We're just going to take this dude and we're going to twist it on there just like an old wing nut. Just be careful. You don't want to strip it out. There we are. Got to be able to just spin it on there just like that. Alright, now since our piston is locked with the paracord, if you're an army brat like I am, you know paracord is just something that you keep around. It doesn't have to be super tight because I believe the rotation of the motor is what's going to keep it tight. So it's time to put a spark plug back in, and we're going to see what our pulley pole looks like now. Alright, there we are. There's that nice bloop bloop bloop. Leadsmith out.